Okay, so we are live now. It has been requested of me to say that we are, um, 1.5 minutes late, because of six saggy boobs. We were talking about a manhwa character. Oh, wait. I just realized something. I had it on, I had it on a very, unintentional page in my Mila note.
Oh no.
But luckily, nobody can see what we're doing at the moment. It's just a black screen.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm fixing it. Don't worry. There we go.
Jeez, this
I
is
fixed it.
technically sorted.
I'm sorry. You, goodbye. Alright. Okay, we're back. In Mila note. Mila note is great. I love Mila note.
Please sponsor her.
I mean, that'd actually be really cool because I came across Mila Note because of a sponsorship.
Yeah.
I was watching some like writing videos and then they were like, actually, I really love this particular app because you can do like multiplayer things. Not multiplayer, that's freaking video game terminology.
You're struggling today, Arthia.
I'm not struggling. This is not a
You sure?
struggle. I'm not struggling.
I question that.
But yes, um,
Hey, yeah.
yeah. So I don't even know what I was talking about anymore.
If learning about Melanote because of a
Yeah,
sponsor.
yeah. Milanote. I found Milanote through sponsorship. Um, so I wanted to use it because I thought it would be fun to have all of my friends be like reading through all of my boards and then being like, I don't like this shit. What is that? Ew, that's a disgusting human being.
That has happened.
Risa. Um, moving on. Okay, we're back. We're back with the folklore stories.
Yes, folklore.
Should be pretty self-explanatory of how to find it, so if you want to get your own Mila note up, you can read
Yes, I'm going to
along.
finish this game first, and then I will get the
Come
Melanote
on,
up.
Lucy. Come on, do a push-up. Do a push-up.
I thought you were telling me to do a push-up, and I was like, no.
How about sit-ups? How about sit-ups, Move? You can do sit-ups. No. No, Moose. Come on.
Arthia.
Come on, you can do it. She keeps just running. Yeah, what do you need?
When you first said do a push-up, I thought you were talking to me, and I was like, no. And then I said that to you while you were talking to your girls, and you went, do a sit-up. How about a sit-up?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Great.
I love my little girls. So cute. Who allowed you to be this cute? Huh.
We're going off topic again.
Yeah, so what?
It's
Look,
fair.
look,
It's a
the
stream.
girls are always a worthy off-topic subject.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Focus.
You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
Now that we've started the stream, all of my ideas for the folklore story that we were gonna be working on have just kind of like poofed.
You'll figure it out. So,
what are you doing? Oh, she was
read
trying to steal
what
my
you
noodles.
know so far. Tell me what you know so far about this folklore.
It just says folk tales of the land deity joining hands with the royal family and thus making the royal bloodline immune to poison and therefore living gods.
Okay.
We're gonna zoom in.
Yeah, you've put me off on that one.
The detached red bloody line. Oh shit.
Let's go basics then.
Basics.
The five, 7, 5, I don't remember. The W's. Who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Okay, well, first of all, if we're going who, we should probably figure out when this thingy. Oh, actually, no. That gives me an idea. You know how we had the world history. You know how we had the Tale of the Sixth and the Seventh Monarch?
Yes.
It could be the seventh monarch that the rumor comes from. Because that's
That would
when
be cool.
that's when they started trying to build their poison immunity.
Yeah, that'd make sense. And you can't exactly say that they were immune to poison before then, because I mean the tail.
Exactly. Okay. So back
Okay.
to folklore.
So we have a when and a
we're gonna go
who.
Seventh monarch.
Yes.
Nope, that is and monarch.
Yes, and monarch.
What? When? Where? Why? Okay. Moose, you are not stealing my spaghetti. No.
So we have the who and the when.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking to you.
The what's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? Brain, turn back on, please. Brain is not responding. Give me a moment.
Hey, that's okay. Okay. So, folk tales of the land deity joining hand with the royal family. Okay, so this is going to be where is royal palace? When is we're gonna have to figure out when by sort of going through world history, the monarchs, and then figuring out how long each of their rule was.
Yeah, that's gonna take a chunk.
Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. We can do this easy. What we can do is, you
Oh,
know
yeah,
how
yes.
we've got the life of the monarch?
Yeah.
You know how we've got the ruling period from 23 to 53, and then we've got coronation, right? All we need to do this is gonna sound a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. But all we need to do is figure out when they had kids from, right? Like roughly they had kids from the age of 23 to 30 or something, and then 30 plus 20, just for example, would be 50. So then we would just go like we'd go.
Damn, these guys are really pressured to have kids in their 20s.
Sure. They're the royal family. They're the royal family. Leave them alone. Okay,
The
but
English royal family are like in their 30s and they've just had kids.
yeah, but that's a modern family.
Fair.
Because, like, usually, in historical situations, it is more often that ladies will have children earlier, like a lot earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're just going to just ignore the orangey colored thing that's sticking out from behind my hair, okay? Just ignore that. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm currently in the world history tab, and we've got that lovely drawing there. Remember? And currently, there's a little
Beautiful.
bit of the there's a little bit of a mountain sticking out from behind me. It doesn't look like a mountain though. It looks like a finger. It just looks like a finger. It looks like Donald Trump's finger, honestly.
Yep, sure.
What do you mean? Yeah. Okay. So we might go mm, we might go with we'll go with 47. I was trying to do the maths. What's 50 minus
Concerning, Arthia.
Look, it's okay. It's okay.
Don't
I
do
was
that
just
long.
I was just struggling a little bit.
To do 50 minus 3.
I can't do maths. It's been a long day, okay?
Do what I tell the kids to do at school. Get out your ruler.
I don't have a ruler. But yeah, so we'll do 47
Yeah.
to maybe 60? Like 60
Yeah.
being the latest that they could possibly be ruling. And then
Yeah.
we'll just do like a random number generator between those two.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We love how random number generators here.
Yeah, we love our random number generators. Alright, so I'm gonna go to my lovely trusty. Why is this here? We're gonna use this. But okay. Random number generator. Okay. Between 47 and 60.
One.
61. Sure, why not?
Yay!
Alright, the first monarch ended. Why is it that the first monarch is like, we're gonna end things early? 47, that's it.
Well, I mean, people die earlier and like the older life. You know what I mean?
We're gonna.
Like 100 years ago, people died a lot earlier than us.
Okay, we're just gonna go 47 years. And we're just gonna go retired at.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't necessarily have to die at 47.
No, obviously not. They just retired. God, could you imagine retiring at 47 in this day and age?
In modern
That'd be
society, that's
unheard of.
not even thinkable.
Yeah, that's unheard of, like, completely.
Well, it's unheard of for, like,
most people.
99% of the population.
Yeah. Alright. Second monarch. 53. Nice. Wait, no, we need our italics.
These kids, this lot clearly had sex early.
Well, they're old people. They're dead. That's weird.
I was wondering where you were going to take that.
You what?
I was wondering where you were going to take that. They're old people. They're dead.
Okay, Monarch 3 ruled until they were 48.
Fair enough.
You know what I've just realized?
Mm-hmm.
It would be easier to just take the ruling period and just go, like, their ruling period was this many years. But no, I had to do it hard way.
You are very doing it the hard way.
I'm very, 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 very smart. I'm genius. I am big brain.
I can tell.
The delay.
Maybe I'm purposely delaying things I say.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what I wanna figure out is
What I
really
want to figure
quickly.
out is
Shush,
really
shush, shush,
Shush.
shush,
Shush.
quiet.
Quiet.
Nay. Okay.
I'm not an idiot.
Okay. So
Should
if
I say I'm an idiot?
okay, I'm gonna start up a new note. Okay, so if they retire at the latest 61.
Yep.
And the earliest is 47.
Yep.
Then we have a ruling period of roughly 23 to 61 or 23 to 47. It's really short reigns.
Yep.
Lol.
It's about 40 years.
Pardon?
Can you give me those years again? 23, isn't it?
Yeah, 23 to 61.
Yep.
And 23 to 47.
Yeah, it's 24 to 28 years. Hold on, 24 to 38 years, I think.
24, 38.
I'm going to double check. Yeah, 24 to 38 years. Ruling period.
Okay, we're just gonna go 20,
And like, let's be honest, that's actually pretty good if we think about modern monarchs. They usually don't become monarchs until they're old.
They're old.
Unless there's reasons that they, have become royalty for other reasons.
Mm.
But for the most part, they're usually like King Charles is what, 70?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily weird for them to have a 30 or so year ruling period.
Yeah. I guess. Okay, so retry.
Yes.
New numbers.
Yes.
And this time the minimum is going to be 24. And 38.
Yes.
Alright, first one got 32.
Awesome.
30, well, that is a hashtag. Number 2.
Yes.
Yes. Monarch number 2. 30.
30.
Okay. We're doing good. That is still a hashtag. Why do I keep doing this?
I'm trying to get your hashtags today.
I keep trying to do capitals for numbers.
You're concerning.
Look, I keep automatically going to do capitals because I'm starting a sentence.
I mean, it's a good habit to get into, but it's not for numbers.
No.
I'm totally bringing that to Mum's class, by the way.
Why?
Remember, kids, we need to put a capital for every letter. Just don't be like my best friend and start doing capitals for numbers.
You need to like clip that and take it to class and be like, here, don't be like this.
They're not just doing capitals for numbers, for letters.
Okay. Monarch number 3. 32. Nice. We are
I
getting
told
some
them
really
92 instead of 32.
No.
I was like, whoa, that's
92.
old.
Like they started ruling when they were bloody 2 years.
No, they still started ruling at the same age. They just didn't die until
No.
they were in their 110s. They just flat refused to give their kids the throne. They were like, there is no way this kid's gonna survive. None of these kids are eligible.
They started ruling and then they stopped ruling in their teens again. Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. We've finally made it past the third monarch. Okay.
It took a bit.
A little bit, yeah. Okay. Okay, 31. Yeah. Ruling. Period. Yeah. Okay. Fifth monarch. We're getting up there. We're almost there.
Good.
We're getting close. Okay. This one. 25. They had a 25-year rule. Theirs was short.
Okay, fair enough. They had sex
25
early.
years.
They want to have sex, that's okay.
Pardon?
If they want to have early sex, I will not judge.
The fact that they had a 25-year ruling period means that their children, like as soon as the two children, or maybe 3 children at the max, like became of age, they were all like fighting for the throne immediately.
I feel like it's more like the parents being like, okay, we don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard. You guys, one of you has to take the throne. I don't care who. Just somebody find a fiance, find a partner. We're doing this.
We want to retire, so you have to take over. Okay. I just said 25-year ruling. I'm very, very smart. But,
I can tell.
Oh my god. Okay. Sixth
Right,
monarch. This
Yes,
one. This one died. So
But-
this one,
How old were they when they gave birth to the kid that survived?
16. I'm kidding. Moose, what are you doing? Moose. Let me see your neck. Let me see your neck. Let me see it. Oh, you're bald! Moose is balding! Moose, what happened?
I can't speak. I heard your balls. I was like, why are there balls in his neck? Her neck.
No.
And then the follow-up
She's-
thought was, why does a girl have balls?
No, she's got a bald patch on her neck.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's happening.
Anyway,
Just ignore them.
Harold was royal people.
Okay,
when they had
because I've decided to use another random number generator for this definitely very, very difficult decision making. We're going to really quickly do the rest of the monarchs before we move on to that one.
Okay, number 7.
Nope, we're gonna move on to number 8. Because number 7 has a little bit of a longer reign.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because they started ruling in their teens rather than their early 20s-ish. Okay. And we need our lovely, lovely italics. That is not an italic. I mean, that is... Hey, excuse me, sir. I would like an italic, please.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Please, sir, may I have some italics?
Do you have flybys?
I asked a customer that the other day, and I wasn't even in the right store. I'm just, yeah, I don't even know. I got the chance to use my my rewards card, my Woolies rewards card the other day though. Actually, that was
Stop
today.
getting distracted. I distracted you, but stop getting distracted.
You were the one who distracted me. You can't tell me not to get distracted when you're the one distracting me. What the heck? Like, the women could be productive.
It's your stream, we gotta make it fun.
Look, this is fun. Me being distracted is very funny. Okay,
It is, that's true. Can confirm. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
You watch my streams often?
How
often do you
skim through them because I'm in the stream, so I usually just skim through the videos afterwards.
Missy, I love you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Done. The ninth one. The ninth one has a 35-year ruling period. My goodness.
Like kids. You notice my entire logic around this is kids.
Yep. Okay. The 10th monarch.
On the 10th monarch of Previa. Wait, it's not Previa anymore, is it?
It's Perelua.
Perelua. Well, it doesn't work on the 10th monarch of Perelua. 10th monarch of Perelua.
Oh my god. This one did 38 years of ruling.
Damn.
Period. Yee. Okay, scam prevention. The 11th monarch. I feel like this is quite funny how I was attempted to scam. Well, somebody attempted to scam me today. And then.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
It hasn't worked.
This one rules for 27 years.
Sweet. These guys are getting older. They have less faith in their kids.
Yeah. I find it funny how it's kind of going in a pattern, like 32, 30, 31, 25, and then we've got 35, 38, 27. Like, it went down and then it's gone back up.
Yes.
Now it's going down again. Okay. Need italics again. God. Someone help me. Right. Oh,
I'm also pretty
God.
sure you can usually set... Now I think about it, I'm pretty sure you can usually set it up to give you like a series of numbers.
I don't care. I'm doing this one by one.
Cool.
Okay, this one had a 24-year ruling period.
Yep.
They were really eager to have kids.
Yes. They were like, give me more, give me more.
We're doing the current monarchs. Ooh. How long are they gonna rule for?
30. 3 and 28. I don't know. I literally just made those new numbers up.
I mean, you got 30, right? Except
Yeah.
it was 38.
Fair.
You got the right numbers, just in the wrong places.
Yes.
Okay. And they had a 38 euro. That was meant to be italics, but okay. Period. Shall we predict the future as well?
I mean, you're the overseer, so you've probably got a better idea of this than me.
I mean, yeah. But currently...
It's probably safest not to, but it's up to you.
Yeah, we'll leave it for now, just because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Why did I spell independent wrong? Tell me. I thought I spelled it right, but apparently not. Okay, whatever. Okay, now. The 6th monarch.
So when did they give birth to the 7th monarch?
Okay, I'm just gonna do some really quick math. That's not gonna be quick at all. Alright, we need a calculator.
What maths are you trying to do?
I wanted to do, when that is wrong. Perelua. Yeah, when Perelua was founded, so 1943. I mean, not 1943, that was 943.
Yes, 943.
It's not 13 yet, it wasn't founded last year. But yeah, I wanted to do 943 plus the 32-year ruling period of the first monarch. And then, like, add on the other ones until it got to where we currently were.
1 second. So 943, give me some numbers. Plus 32.
Plus 32.
Yep.
Plus 30.
975 plus... Yep.
943.
943.
Yeah, that was the original number.
Yeah, hold on. I've pressed wrong buttons here. Okay. So we got up to 1005.
So you've gotten 30 and 30. 30 and 32.
Should do. Let me just confirm that. Yep, 943 plus 32, which is 975 plus 30 is 1005.
Okay, cool.
Plus
32.
32.
Plus
1037.
31.
Plus, yep, 1068.
Plus 25.
1093.
Nice. 1093. That is when the 6th monarch took over.
Cool. When did they give birth to their the 7th monarch?
Probably. Could you read the number for me again?
How old were them is what I meant, but 1093.
1093. Okay. I'm just gonna note that number.
Yep.
They probably would have had the first child in about 94. We'll say that they only had 3 kids. And the second child would have been the 7th monarch.
Okay, so that's the one we actually care about, because the other 2 die.
Yep. And so the second child would have been born
Probably about
In
96 would be the
Yeah,
earliest.
96 would be a good time period.
Okay, so how old would they have been around about in 96?
In 96,
Yes.
they would have been just born.
I mean, the monarch we're working on at the moment. 6.
96.
Monarch 6 would be
Monarch
Harold
6.
when they gave birth to Monarch 7.
Okay, just give me a moment. If they began their ruling period in 93, they would have been about
Guess how old they would have been. Make it up.
20.
Okay.
20 in 93. And then they would have been...
So they would have been 24 when they gave birth to their first kid. After their second kid.
Yeah, so they would have been 24.
Okay. And Harold, pick a teen year that this next monarch, the 7th monarch, started its reign.
14.
Bloody hell, okay, they were young. Alright.
Well, I intended for them to be young anyways.
Yeah. So what do we say? We said it was 96, didn't we?
Yes, 96.
Okay, then the next Monarch 7 was 14 in quite around 1110. That is the year of the murders.
Yes, okay. So they would have started their rule in
1110. Unless you're saying, yeah.
I put 112. 1 too little.
Well done.
Okay.
If you want to figure out correctly, because you have the current year, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, that doesn't matter, does it? I was trying to think if you want to find exactly how their years were to make it all match up correctly, but you haven't predicted the future yet, so I don't know. I guess you don't know how old the current monarch lived to? Or you do? Like
No,
when their ruling ends.
I don't even know how old they are at the moment, honestly. I just know that they're just about to be not ruling anymore.
Okay, cool. So we've still got, you've got a few years to work with.
Yeah.
So we still probably want to make sure that the maths gets pretty close to the current year, if you know what the current year is.
Yeah. Besides, it'd be fine if we just had them ruling a little bit longer than usual, because it'd be totally fine for them to have just had kids at a later date because I don't know, they had a bunch of miscarriages or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they would have started their rule in 1110.
Yeah.
So that means that the
The previous
rule
was 17 years.
Yeah, okay. Okay, they had a 17-year ruling period. And then the 7th monarch would have had a longer ruling period than usual because they would have been
about
ruling
14.
From a younger age.
It probably would have been about 5 or 6 years extra to what would normally be.
Yeah. We'll go 6 years extra.
Yeah. So just randomize it again and then just add 6.
28 plus 6. Nice. 34.
Well, that's a pretty standard. That's 34.
Nice. I mean, it still is, longer than most of the others. I think the longest one was 38. Yeah. 38, and that was a bit later on. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right for that age, that group, that year time. That's what I'm looking for.
34. Nope. We need my italics. 34-year ruling period. Yeah, it just would have meant that their 34 years of ruling would have consisted of, like, different ages than the others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We have all of our stuff. Also, we should probably continue doing the number thing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me a second.
So we had like the number 1093, right?
Yep.
Yep. So 1093, that was plus 17.
Yep.
Plus
Plus 36.
34.
34. Okay.
Yep.
1044. Sorry, 1144.
Plus 29.
Plus 29. 1173.
Yep. Plus 35.
1208.
Plus 38.
1246.
Plus 27.
1273.
Plus 24.
1297.
Plus 38.
1335.
Oh, the math perfectly, like, it almost perfectly lines up, because do you know what time, like, do you know what year it is right now?
No idea.
At the moment, it is, hold on, if we really quickly go into the illegal place, just briefly, it is currently 1338.
Oh well.
And what was the number you said again?
1335.
Exactly.
Well, that's like 3 years. That's awesome.
Yeah, like, we could easily just chuck in 3 years or maybe 4 years, because currently it's going over a few different. Hold on, if we go, yeah, during midway through the book, it's like in 1339. Hi.
Okay.
What's all the maths for? We're doing some stuff with the royal family. World history.
She just likes maths. Arthia just really likes maths.
Of course. Yeah. So here we have, like, our document of all of the rulers that have ruled in the history of the world. This sounds so weird, because, like, usually when you're reading a book, you don't know the history. Meanwhile, me just, like, I'm going into detail. So much detail.
Yes.
I kind of just want to make, like, a reservoir of, like, information, where if I need something, like, if I'm like, oh, they made a reference to this particular monarch, I can be like, what monarch was that? Oh yeah, that was the 9th monarch that added public healthcare and doctors. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that, yeah. I just want it to be like that. Also, we need to add in 3 years to the just the current
add 1 year to a few random streams, random years.
A few random streams.
Just pick 3 or 4 random mobs and just chuck add a year to their late years.
Alright, I'm just gonna pick my favorite ones.
Live for longer, or they can do their job for longer.
Yes, exactly. My favorite ones. Okay, you're gonna have a 33-year rule.
Cool.
You two have to stay the same. Well, you don't have to stay the same, but you're gonna stay the same, because you're You don't really have it much worth, honestly. Sorry.
Ooh,
The seventh monarch
you're wasting it.
goes through tragedy. Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, Olympia. Was it Olympia or was it Limpea? I couldn't tell. But yeah, Olympia said that it's actually really impressive. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cool.
Leave me alone,
I love
okay?
your sound effects.
My sound effects.
Yes, you make sound effects. It's amazing.
I'm thinking just
Uh.
leave me alone. Okay, actually, free theater. It's a pretty festival. You know what? Festival can 39 years.
You don't need
Going
to put a
over the
lot of
max.
thought into this.
I'm putting a lot of thought into this because thanks.
I can
Thanks.
see why your assistants are sick of you.
Yeah, well, exactly. They don't. Do they need to be like? Do they need to be my assistants? What left do they bring to my world building? Huh? Huh? Where are they right now? They're not even here.
I wonder why. Picky, yes.
I feel like
Pick one.
Pardon? Can you say that again, please?
Pick one.
No. Oh, the sixth monarch introduced food banks to encourage. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, they did such nice things.
They did such nice things, and then the tragedy hit. I wouldn't even be able to make a timeline this detailed for my life. Yeah. See, I like everything to be extremely detailed because I can't I can't do things without like having information already there, you know? That page that I was in, I think when you were just recently joined, like this section, this is for my novel. This is all of my novel planning stuff, and in each of these, I have specific dates for most of these events. Like this one happened on the 9th of November? That's a funny coincidence. And then this one doesn't have one. But yeah, most of these have dates where they occur. I'm pretty sure all of them will eventually have dates, but at the moment they don't. What's this one? Yeah, that one even has a date. They all have dates except for a few. Yeah.
For the record, the story she's writing doesn't need this much information.
No, it really doesn't. I like to be detailed. Look, somebody, whoever reads my book and says I didn't put very much effort in, are lying. They did not watch any of my streams.
I mean, at least you otherwise.
Yeah, they're like, she didn't put as much effort in as she should have, and I'm like, oh, you want effort? Come see my board.
I was about to hear something that was not the same as bored, but that's okay.
You sound like you're underwater.
Blob,
when did you go swimming?
Blob, blob, blob.
An outline. Yeah. Usually I discovery write, but I find that discovery writing is a lot harder for me as well, because I'm sitting there like, now what happens next? Because I know what happens in the middle of the story, but what happens right this second? Because I can't just write the middle of the book, because then I have to come back to the start of the book, and then I have to like you know, do the middle, the slant. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, So I have to like do the middle of the book because it's easier, but at the same time I can't do the middle of the book because I have to do the start of the book first. And so if I've got an outline and I can just refer back to the outline and go, ah yes, this is what happens, then it's much easier for me. Like actually
And
if
this is why she hasn't got much of her book written.
I have 2 chapters, maybe 3 chapters. I have 3 chapters written. Yeah. See, I have my prologue, which hasn't been fully written yet. It's look, I just have to like I just have to type it up. That's all I have to do. For the birthday, I have an entire chapter written of 520-ish words.
Cool.
Chapter 2 technically is also technically written. It is also written twice, kind of.
You write everything twice.
No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
But like, I just
That's
have
it
2 options for chapter 2 because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. Like, I didn't know whether I wanted
actually
to
did
start
know
it off this way or that way.
To be fair, I did know this because you have discussed this with me.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so, actually, if I... Okay, that's okay. Yeah. I did some work earlier and I now have a chapter summary for chapter 7.
Okay, we're not at that yet.
Well, I was up to this. Weird noises. Hold on. To-do list. I'm just gonna start filling these in, so if I want to do just really quickly. I'm not gonna actually type anything in these, I just want to add them so when I do go to add things in these, if I'm on my phone, I can just do it rather than having to put it in there later. Okay. Chapter 8. That one needs one. Okay. Look, twice. Yeah. Actually... Yeah, because, hold on, if I really quickly go into this, because this one starts off with, discussing mischief. Actually, I'll show you a picture of mischief. Hold on. It's Mischief! Mischief,
adorable.
Yeah, Mischief is, actually a rat that I used to have. And now Mischief is a rat in my novel, and she can shapeshift. And so this is her human forms. So she can take this form, or she can take this form, and it doesn't really matter, because technically they don't really have genders. Like, they don't actually have genitals, it's just that their soul has a gender, because it's a magic system. A magic system that I haven't really explained very well. But yeah.
We'll get there at some point. We're still trying to deal with
yeah.
folklore and getting sidetracked with
Yeah.
entire monarch lifelines.
Yeah, but we go back to the story outline. Yeah, option 1 started off with discussing mischief, and chapter 2, option 2, started off with discussing the death of the main character. Yeah. See, kind
As
of,
you do.
yeah. See, it starts off saying, since my death, sketching seems to have become something it's immensely important to me, although I can't remember why or when I started. I do really like this one, I think. Option 2 is currently my favorite, but at the same time...
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, if we go back to the characters, like, they look amazing. Then we also have Asphyxia. She is my main character. Like, look at those eyes, though. Oh, those eyes. And then we have Riza. This is Riza. She's a bitch. Dang it, I went out of the characters. Rai doesn't have a section yet, because she's getting there. This was the reference picture that I had for lands.
Are they your Sims pictures? Just because I'm not watching the stream right now.
No.
No.
No. You love her
Because I
name?
remember you.
Was that Asphyxia? Yeah. Asphyxia is actually the name of a cause of death.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
you can die from asphyxiation. Uh
Strangulation.
yeah, exactly. Actually, speaking of lands in Esteban, I should probably add their picture in. Hold on, really quickly. I don't have the picture of them on my computer, so I'll have to add it through my phone. Images from my library.
Yeah.
I have to go into the characters section. Characters. Plus image from my library. No, I don't need recent. I need download.
You got this. Good luck.
Thanks.
I know how much is in there.
Okay. Also, the reference images were for hairstyles rather than... Excuse me, Moose. Oh, shit.
I didn't actually know that.
There we go. Here they are. There's me boys. Hold on. No, mischief. Come back. Okay. There they are. Look at them. Oh, such epic quality. Look at Oh, I love the fact that it's transparent in the background. Mischief poking her head through in the background.
Typical.
But have you seen the picture of lands in Esteban? Can you guess which
Yeah,
one's
you
which?
showed me when you first got it.
Do you know which one's which?
No, I don't. And you asked me the same thing when you had those when you first showed me, and I'm pretty sure I got them wrong. So I'm not even gonna try.
Okay. So, lands and Esteban.
Yep.
Lands is brunette. Esteban is a blonde.
Yes, that's what I got wrong last time.
Yeah, because I think when people think of like fantasy main character, like fantasy like men at least, they think of like the dark-haired like guy, you know?
Bad boy.
Yeah, you know. But Esteban is very much not a bad boy, so he gets blonde.
Fair, fair.
I mean, he's still cool in his own way. He's just not that much of a bad boy, you know?
He not a bad boy. He a good boy.
Also, I need to get rid
He a
of these
cool
two.
good boy.
Because I don't need the references for their hairstyles anymore. Delete. Delete. It's so cool. So cool. Okay, I don't know how to... I don't know where to put these guys.
Probably somewhere is a good start.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like... You're trying to organize stuff.
I think this is why you don't ask me things anymore.
Probably.
Just a hint. Just a slight idea.
Okay. I can just be chilling out there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, you can't even see them when you go in there. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not good.
But anyways, back to folklore.
Back to what we were doing.
Yes, folklore. When? This was...
Do you have the time range now? The
I
years.
do.
You don't need a specific year, just a general idea of.
But they were 14 in 1110.
Yes.
So that would make them of age in 1112?
16? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So then this story would have taken place in 1100 and we'll say 13.
Well, the lady straight up just went,
1113.
the land deities just went up to a 17-year-old and went, yo, let's chat.
Oh, look, this is a folklore, it's not even true.
Yeah. And it was kind of, I have a feeling the rumor started, this folklore started by the 17-year-old himself. So
God, could
we
you
could all imagine.
this 17-year-old is like being edgy and he's like, oh yeah, I'm dating a goddess, and they're like, oh, he's dating a goddess. They just all believe him, and he's like, oh, this was way out of hand. Now I need to find somebody who actually is kind of gonna pass as a goddess. Okay. Anyways, okay, so why tragedy? Damn it. I still spelled it wrong. I'm so bad at spelling.
You're bad at everything.
My
accents, like, we're Aussies. Aussie.
Yeah, technically. Yeah.
Technically.
Well, you're not really.
No, I'm not. No, but I've been living here for however many years now. I'd be surprised if I still have a Kiwi accent.
Yeah, she is a fruit.
I'm just a living fruit and a bird at the same time.
Yes. Oh, that is wrong. Why? Hello? No. No, what? Hello? It doesn't want to let me edit my thing. Ma'am. Excuse me? Let me add a capital. Hello? What is it doing? Please help me.
You're still struggling. Deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
I don't even know what was going on. Okay. I don't know how to answer the what question.
Oh, what happened? That's kind of the root of what we're trying to say.
What happened? I mean,
What is the story? What is he actually telling people here?
Okay. I have an idea. Okay. So, the land deity takes pity on the royal family.
Yep.
Because of the tragedy.
Yes.
We're not going to spell this wrong this time. That occurred. And decides to join hands with them to help protect. Oop, that is not how you spell it. Protect the family bloodline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Good. We got this. Yeah. Okay, so that's all of the probably. Oh, that's not it. And deity. Did we ever decide what the land deity was called?
Let me have a look. Perelua. You got so many cards, I never know where to look.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
yes,
a lot.
No. We've written land deity, good omens. We haven't really written much there.
Well, we did.
I don't think we did ever choose the actual name.
We did come up with a name for one of them because we wanted Echo or something in it. Oh no, I think it was Terra.
I sent you a ton of different ones on Discord, but I don't know if we went any further than that.
Lol. We could just choose one from there.
Okay, I'm gonna do a list. I'm gonna list them to you. And
can you find it?
I'm gonna find them. I know where they are, so I've just gotta go up. Yes, there's a lot.
Okay, where are they?
they're in our standard conversation. So it's Ekanuga, Ekonda, Ekorus, Will Thalisis, which is the one they suggested for God of Water. Ekorus, Ekon, Ekton, Ekoton.
Okay, hold on.
Odin, Zilnos, Zonian, Sumas, Osline, Alta, which sounds very similar to Aldo. Zedia, Sirona, Retin, Zuvectus, Avea, and Zildia.
Okay, so I want sea deity to be named Thales.
Thales? Cool.
Yeah. Land deity unknown, and sky deity also unknown.
Okay. I almost like Sirona as like a sky kind of one. It's Cyrona, Sirona. I don't know. Again, it ends in an A sound. We have so many A sounds.
We could name a Eka. Ekatar. Ekatar? Does Ekatar sound good?
To me like you're saying Ekota, and I immediately pictured the book series. Sorry. Echo.
Like Echo, but Eka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ekatar or Eka?
Can we try and maybe do we want to try and stray from the A ending sounds? Because we're very, very good at having R or S sounds.
Yeah.
Perelua, asphyxia. Like most of the characters, most of the names.
Yeah. Wait, I just want to minimize Discord. I wasn't even on the page. Oh god. Okay.
What about like I don't know, Econdus or Ecundus?
I mean, Thales is ending in an S sound as well.
It is, yeah.
We could name her Ekati.
Yeah, Ekati.
Chatty.
If you have any ideas, let us know, by the way.
Yeah. Would appreciate ideas. It's as much as it looks easy with us just like coming up with these names just like within a few minutes, it's still pretty hard.
We're faking it.
Yeah, we are faking it, lols. Land deity should be named
Do you want me to list through these ones again? That don't have echo in them because we've kind of put an echo in sky deity.
Well, yeah, we could have Terra in
Yeah.
Land deity.
See. What about Terrazul?
Terrazil?
Yeah, because we've got like I just saw the word Zul there and thought that Zul ZUL kind of ending would be nice. I don't know. I'm just taking sounds or like tiny pieces.
Okay, so at the moment we have Ekati, we have Terrazil, and we have Thales.
Cool.
Okay, Terrazil. Perelua, Folklore, and Terrazil. It makes them sound like a pterodactyl. Oh god.
That was not the sound I was trying to make.
You sounded like a seal.
I'm laughing and I can't stop.
Oh my
When I'm mid-laugh
god.
and I breathe in when I'm laughing, I sound like a pterodactyl at times.
No.
You just didn't.
Oh my god. It's just I'm gonna cry.
5-minute clip of us laughing.
Okay.
Okay.
My cheeks hurt.
Anyway. Hi. Hi. No. Go and play. No, you're not playing with my iPad. You're a dog. Thank you.
Okay.
And my dog just came over to me and like tried to give me attention, and then he looked at like almost gestured at his iPad, at my iPad, and then looked back at me as if to say, "Can I play?"
Somebody wants to see my stream.
Okay.
Somebody wants to see my stream. Hold on.
Sure.
I'm
Have a
kind of
good
scared.
breakfast.
My computer is lagging.
Lag is not
Breakfast
fun.
noise. Have some nice breakfast. Where is everything? Okay. Go back to there, and then we just yoink. Yeah. I'm lost. I'm so lost right now.
You good? What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the link to the stream. Because somebody wants to see it.
Just literally just pull up the stream on your computer and copy the link.
I know, but like I had an easier way. I already had the link somewhere.
Are you sure it's easier if you're lost?
Okay. Anyways. So fun. Honestly, so fun. Yeah, so we've got Seventh Monarch and Terazil. The deity takes pity on the royal family because of the tragedy that occurred and decides to join hands with them to help protect the family bloodline. Why would she do this? Nobody knows. Because it
But
doesn't
let's be
exist.
real, no citizen's going to question it.
True.
Citizens
Especially
aren't going
not
to
the
turn to a
Voluthan
monarch and go, but why?
Yeah. I mean, probably people from the other territories would, but that's still, yeah, it's a viewpoint thing. Like, they believe in
Well, the
Terrazil
thing is as well,
only.
that most people, from my understanding, see Terazil as a very, like, kind goddess. God. I don't know if it's a god or a goddess.
Yeah.
So if they see Terazil as a kind god, then they
Excuse me.
probably do. It probably would make sense for them.
Yeah. It's just that, I think yeah, because the different territories have different views on it. The whole situation, everything. As we've mentioned, Voluthan citizens will obviously believe that this happened, that the deity took pity on the royal family and joined hands with them, right? I do believe that they still think that Terrazil exists, but is more like has lent their powers to, well, not so much lent their powers, but like has joined hands and like helped the family helped the family reach godhood in a way, and therefore they're living gods, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the people from Sterlet territory, they would rather believe that the goddess Terazil had basically said, hey, it's pretty shitty what happened. Have some powers. No, you can't be killed by poison. And then, obviously, Asheva territory people would be sitting there going, yeah, no, that's fake. Like, why would the gods care?
Yeah. So let's write this in a way that could be interpreted in both manners.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Honestly, it depends on where the citizen is from, as the result of yeah. So, I have forgotten my train of thought.
We're discussing how to write this actual folk story.
Yeah. I put that one up there. I don't think. I don't think I need that anymore. Okay. Do we want to write it like the other one is? Like how I've written the...
I like that idea because then you could like add it into future stories and such. And anytime somebody asks for like what the folklore is, instead of having to explain it, you can just give that to them like there.
Yeah, like they could be referencing the whatchamacallit, the story, and then have like actual snippets from the text.
Yeah.
But I just mean, like, do we want to write it like this one? Because with this one I've written, there once lived two gods long ago, siblings who looked after the world, right? And then I went on to tell the story from like kind of like the perspective of somebody literally telling a story rather than how people would read it these days. Like these days, you would probably read a book and it would either be first person or it'd be second person or it'd be third person. And usually third person is like watching the journey happen, whereas this one is like, this happened a long time ago. It existed at some point.
I think with this one, it depends on how the story was told in the first place, because that's how it would be sort of kept similar.
Yeah.
So how if the seventh monarch's one who kind of started this, because they've actually got a pretty big brain and went,
He
hey,
wrote
this
a
is a good way to.
biography. He wrote an autobiography.
Or would it be something like him going, like him saying, you know, talking about, would we write it as how he told the story? Or would we write it as how people would tell of the story now and be like, so back when the seventh monarch,
Well, it would definitely
back after the tragedy,
it would definitely be written from an outside point of view, because I don't think the seventh monarch, I don't think they intended for the outcome to be them being seen as gods or the family being seen as gods. I think that was just like a side product of what happened.
So you could say like, as if almost say it as though it was like a parent telling their child, or like a teacher telling kids in a class, which doesn't exist in this world yet. But be that kind of thing where they are teaching it.
Yes.
Back after the tragedy of the sixth monarch occurred, the land deity Terazil took pity on this seventh monarch who was now alone, kind of thing.
Would we then prefer to write it as like more taking like more about a story of the land deity, like the land deity did this, rather than like the new king blah 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 and then the land deity showed up and then went, here's have some powers?
Probably, because I feel like realistically the citizens probably going to be more likely to hold on to a story about the land deity than anything else.
Yeah, especially since she is the goddess of that most people worship.
Yeah, so if they talked about Terrazul, then people are going to be more willing to listen, and the story's going to last longer.
Most likely.
Because if you're talking about the seventh monarch, you're like, oh, that's the kid of the king that was a cheater. I have a feeling, as much as he was great, assumably they were a great monarch, they still would have always had that bit of animosity sent towards them.
Besides, it might not have been the king that introduced these things. Perhaps the queen decided to say, hey, let's pitch this particular thing to the people, and then the king was like, yeah, why not?
It could have also been that somebody else in the castle mentioned it. Somebody, lesser in the castle, or like somebody that was close to the seventh monarch thought, I don't like the way that they're treating my friend. I'm going to share this story and say that this is something that's happened.
Yeah.
And then they sort of anonymously leaked it, and people have gone, ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so if we started off by okay, we'll start it off by like talking about how like the tragedy had occurred.
You could even say centuries ago when the tragedy.
Centuries.
It is centuries ago.
Like, I feel like when this was written, it wouldn't have been centuries ago, though.
That's a good point. It was like recent.
Yeah. It still wouldn't have been like really soon after the tragedy. It just wouldn't have been centuries later. Especially since centuries later would be now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, start by mentioning, when the tragedy occurred. Or what the tragedy, rather than just saying when the tragedy, you could say, when the, be more detailed. I don't know, you're the one that's actually good at story writing. I stick to poetry.
Actually good at story writing.
I stick to poetry.
I mean,
can do short stories, but not when
actually, if you really enjoy poetry, or writing poetry, I should say, you could totally write some poetry for me to put in my world.
Yeah.
My world resources.
I just need, kind of need topics. You can give me broad topics and I will happily create poems about them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to we might need to stop streaming rather soon as well. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have poems about certain historical events from a particular time period. Like perhaps poems started becoming really, really popular in a particular time period, and then they sort of fell out of popularity, and then something else became more popular,
Yeah.
So, like, rather than just having stories about things, maybe occasionally it would be stories, 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 and then there's a bunch of poems, and then more stories, and then there's theatre works.
I feel like it'd be stories, and then poems would occur, and then you'd have your stories still, eventually your stories would pick up again, but there'd still be, a few poems in there, I suppose.
Yeah, that would be ideal. We just have to
So it
pick
really
a
depends on
particular
when you want the first poem, like the poetry stuff to start.
the
And then
first
I
poem.
just look at what happens from there and sort of continue it.
Yeah. Um, most snow.
Not a huge thing about when you want to start it. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Anyways, at this point, I don't really know how to begin writing this, because with the last one, I just kind of went there once lived two gods long ago, siblings who look after the world. One stayed amongst the humans to guide them and assist them along their lifelong journeys. The other stayed in the heavens above to release their spirits and organize their prayers. The first of the two siblings soon became jealous of the other. Why believe so diligently in someone whom you've never laid eyes upon, whilst the other is who is more active, more actively, Jesus Christ, whilst another who more actively interacts with you goes unnoticed and unloved. Like that's just how it starts.
Yeah. I wonder if you started with something, if we're doing it as though somebody's telling the story to like a kid, you could almost start it with that like typical, so the story goes. Okay, so the story goes, um, in, back in the year 1110,
I once heard
the
a
monarch.
story that blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah. The monarch,
Oh my god,
the
that could make
queen.
it that the year 1110 or like the number 1110 or whatever is unlucky.
That'd be cool.
Like people don't like that number because it's unlucky.
Yeah,
Okay. Anyways, well, if we start writing it sort of similarly linked to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would love if, while you're writing that, I'd love if like the poetry stuff started just before the, like maybe in like the fourth or fifth monarch, just so I had the opportunity, so that like I could then say, like, I don't know, make a couple of poems about the sixth and seventh monarchs, and that could be sort of when it starts, like where it's kind of picking up, but it's still got it's still got stories going alongside it.
You're into the monarchs.
Because like I was gonna do it when the theatre starts, but that starts in the
What
13th
if
monarch. So
what if it started like around the time of the tragedy because people didn't want to outright like talk about the tragedy, but they still wanted to express their feelings upon it? So
yeah,
they would like make sort of like rough gestures to it by through poetry, and it would be kind of like this has a double meaning because of this, and so this is referring to this, but it doesn't really look like it because blah 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 blah
yeah. So it could be poems about, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because it could start around then and be popularized because of the tragedy that people didn't really want to be talking about but still wanted to express themselves about.
Yeah,
And then it continued in popularity later on through the seventh monarch and possibly the eighth monarch, and then just onwards.
yeah,
If you want, you can delete that note that you went into just before.
cool.
The 61, whatever. Because we don't really need that anymore. Folklore stories. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start it off with it is said. Said that when the what are we gonna call the tragedy? The tragedy of 1110. No.
Just the tragedy of the.
I don't really want it to be something generic like the royal tragedy because that could be referring to anything.
You could say, I guess as well, if they don't, if it's not something that's like openly, like it's only talked about really through like poetry is the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, it's more of a like, the Words have left me.
Words have left you. Hello,
You could even
Mosey.
say, like, do people know it's because of an affair? Is that common knowledge?
I'm. Hold on. Let me just really quickly read that.
The tale.
The tale. Yeah. Okay. I love how it's just a woman gives birth alone. Okay. Um. Last child. Okay.
Proceeds to commit suicide, leaving only the note apologizing for the country of her actions, the actions of herself and her husband. So people do know about what happened.
Yeah.
She admitted to everything, including her husband's actions. So,
I mean, she could have left that note, but still, like, it been covered up. That's a possibility because, it's highly
how loyal?
possible.
How loyal were the people in her? Because she said it reads it that way, so it's like an apology to the country.
Yeah.
How loyal are the people in the palace going to be to respect that she wants the country to know that?
Well, I guess it's more not really about loyalty, but more about because I know that a lot of people in within power will hear about something really shocking happening, and then they will try to like cover it up because they don't want mass panic or whatnot. Um, but at the same time, if the country already knows about um the deaths, then that's kind of already a big enough shock that people would be
Yeah.
kind of panicky over. So I guess it wouldn't be too bad for everybody to already
I think
know.
it would just be more of that thing is people are going to ask questions, that people would ask questions. They would ask what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
people would
So
ask how the entire family.
in this scenario, the letter is. Can I type in this? Yeah, I can. Ooh, hello. No. The letter is read to the people.
Yeah.
That is unnecessarily capitalized. Okay, letter is read to the people, so the people know about it.
Okay.
More stories.
You could almost say, "Oh, don't move things around, please."
Yep.
Thank you. You could almost say that, like it could almost be called something to do with an affair, like almost just the king's tragedy or the queen's tragedy. It's not necessarily the entire royal family. It's just the queen, because the queen's the tragic part of that story. She's like the tragic hero in her eyes, and probably a fair bit of the country's eyes.
I'm trying to think of like a word that would be like used in this kind of scenario.
She's totally an anti-hero, by the way.
She's totally an anti-hero. Lol. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of a word that would be like not so much tragedy, but similar. If you get what I mean, you know?
Yeah. Misfortune.
Queen's misfortune?
tribulations.
That could work because
I feel like if
if
she's
they're
written a letter apologizing, people are gonna have sympathy for her.
yeah, and they're not going to like that if they're going so far as to like not want to outright talk about like the affair and whatnot, they're probably going to call it something that if you didn't know like what happened, you wouldn't understand why it was called the Queen's Misfortune.
Yeah.
When the Queen's Misfortune occurred in 1110. Why is that? I don't. That feels like such a weird number.
It does.
We
It's
might
just
we might
because
actually make it 1109.
Yep. The kid was just 13. That's due.
The kid was 13. Yeah. I mean, it just makes it feel much less repetitive than 1110 or 1109. Yeah. Yeah. So in 1109, the graceful, the benevolent, the benevolent lady. It could be entirely possible that the land deity was a guy.
Yeah.
Because Terazil sounds odd for a female name.
It does, yeah.
Like if I heard Terazil, I would probably think of a guy. Also benevolent. The benevolent god. I'm just gonna call him God. Terazil. Okay. The benevolent god Terazil took pity upon the recently wounded family of Evia. Their last name is still going to be Evia.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Took pity upon the recently wounded family of Evia and decided to lend them his strength. To bestow his strength upon their lineage. By doing so, are you in the folklore stories?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so because I couldn't see your little blue mouse thing flitting around, but I thought I would just check. But yeah, it is said that when the Queen's Misfortune occurred in 1109, the benevolent god Terazil took pity upon the recently wounded family of Evia and decided to bestow his strength upon their lineage. By doing so, the family became entirely immune to poisons. That is not how you spell poisons. Poisons. Yes. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. I don't know why. Okay.
How the hell do you spell despair?
Despair.
Yeah.
Dispair.
Thank you.
That was E. I was close. Okay. By doing so, the family became entirely immune to poisons. This feels like facts. This feels too factual. I mean, other than the fact that Terrazil gave you strength. By doing so, the family became entirely immune to poisons. It just sounds really factual, like the like families are just telling their kids, and this happened. Learn your lesson, rather than it being like a story, you know, that people would willingly hear, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna sort of word it like the other one though. You know how the other one, it's still kind of factual, like once there lived two gods, like that's a fact.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more like a text as well, like, you know, talking as well. Because in the other one it's got the little snippets of like actual speaking, the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just gonna make it slightly different. We might finish stream in about 15 minutes, by the way.
So good. That probably works for me, to be honest. At most. I wouldn't want to stream much later than that. My phone will start throwing fit.
Yeah. It'd be 9:30 by the time we why is Moose balding?
Because she's old.
She's not old. Let me see, are you balding? Come here. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, you're not balding. You're a good girl. Okay, back down there. Yeah. Like struggling. This is difficult for me. Why? Oh, wait, Moose. Okay. On their lineage. Uh, with this power, with this gift, you shall ascend to godhood. That apparently is not how you spell ascend. Probably A-S. It is! Huh, I was smart for a brief moment. Haha. Hello. However, as there's gotta be a price. Gotta be a price. What price should there be? What price would
$2.
Varlotha believe that the royal family made?
It could work for the royal family if that price happened to be something to do with the royal children not being seen by the public until they become adults.
Hold on.
Because we know that that actually happens, but just not for this reason.
Go to world
It could
history in the
almost be a
monarchs.
factor of that story, like that factor was twisted into it by the
No,
royal family after they realized.
we did know why. We did know why, actually.
Hmm?
We did know why. I don't think the people of the country knew why, though. Because our people crown achieved through royal tragedy. Hail? Yeah. Upon the 7th generation's monarch.
Yeah, the 7th generation decided to
Yeah, so...
But you
Yeah.
could say that the citizens weren't aware of that, though. That was just kept back, like the kids being sent to their relatives was kept within the royal family or the royal palace.
Yeah. So
you could say that it was an action of that the Varlotha decided that that was the price because they didn't know.
yeah, that could be entirely.
That would be an extra way they protected their kids.
However, the children of our bloodline must. Hey, Mom. However, the children of the bloodline must. How would you word it? I'll do words.
Have you finished your bowl yet?
No! Oh. I don't have that much left, it's just a bit of cheese.
Can you please eat it so I can put the dishwasher on?
Yes. Don't worry, I can put the dishwasher on.
We'll get rid of that bin too.
You could say he.
Seriously, I don't know how you sit there and just not eat. You streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fabulous. Just. I'll eat your bloody food.
Mum, don't. That's my cheese. You can't take my cheese. My favourite part.
Arthia.
Mhm.
You could say the children of royalty must be kept safe from society until
Getting a warning tonight.
of age. Something, I don't know.
I mean, you could follow me on Twitter and then you'd know when all of my streams are. Shall I write them on the calendar?
Aren't they a bit random?
No. I plan them in advance.
Do you plan for me doing overtime too?
No. But you don't plan yours in
Saturday. I'm doing overtime on Saturday.
on Saturday?
Yes.
But that was my Friday. I don't have a spa day. Okay. Anyways.
Like that.
However, the children of the bloodline must learn from the outside world.
Do we want, if this is something that they're telling the Varlothans, do we want them to know that, or do we want them to think that it's more that the kids are being kept from the outside world, or kept protected from the outside world? Because nobody knows that the palace kids live outside, like the royal children live outside the world until they become adults.
And April.
Okay. I think it would be because this would have been written later on. This would have been written later on. I think by then, by the time it was written, it would have been common knowledge that the children of the royal family would live outside the home to learn.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes sense then.
You get to work tomorrow.
Yes, I know I'm working tomorrow. We're finishing in 10 minutes. Good night. Yeah. But, however, the children of the bloodline must learn outside forces before they are allowed to ascend the throne, lest their godhood be revoked. Gotta have a threat in there.
Of course.
Yep. It feels entirely too short.
Read it to me.
At this point, it's literally just, it is said that when the Queen's misfortune occurred in 1019, Jesus Christ, help me. It is said that when the Queen's misfortune occurred in 1109, the benevolent god Terazil took pity upon the recently wounded family of Evia and decided to bestow his strength upon their lineage. With this gift you shall ascend to godhood. However, the children of the bloodline must learn from outside sources before they are allowed to ascend the throne, lest their godhood be revoked.
That's cool.
It's cool, but it's like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
It's not even half the length of the other one, and that one's also very short.
Maybe just continue by something like, that this, his agreement, like the real child's agreement.
Although, should we choose a gender for the 7th
Probably.
monarch?
Although I keep saying he is probably female, just it could be either. I don't know.
A random generator.
Flip a coin.
Yeah, we will flip it, actually. Alright. Tails is gonna be female, heads is gonna be male.
Okay.
Flip a coin. Oh, we got tails, it's female. Although the new queen was hesitant to accept such an offer, she soon realized the worth becoming to being, I don't know where this is going. Although the new queen was hesitant to accept such an offer, she soon realized the worth of becoming such a being. I don't know. I don't know.
She soon learnt the benefit to her future, to her future generation.
She soon recognized.
Yep.
The benefit to the future of her family and her country. It's still not even half of what the other one is. Like it's kind of little bit past
Some are
being
very
third.
small though. Some are very small though.
Yeah, I know, but like still. I still would have liked it to be a little bit longer.
Remember, you might get random inspiration at midnight tonight to fix it too.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like, I have work tomorrow, but I need to write this down right now. That does happen sometimes, though. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, no, I can't open my phone because if I open my phone, I won't be able to sleep. And if I won't be able to sleep, I'm gonna be tired in the morning. And then I'm just still sitting there awake like half an hour later. I'm like, shit, and pick up my phone and type, like, just start typing. Actually, if we go to the Discord really quickly, in my bloody Arthia sporadic story ideas. Okay. Those were both reasonable times. 7:26 p.m. and 10:04 p.m. Those were reasonable times. I kind of thought that they might have been like really unreasonable times, and I was just like sitting there during just like the middle of the night, just like, I need to write all this down. It's entirely possible that it would have been, and I just like copy pasted it from somewhere else. No, moose. Why are you balding? Anyways, we did a lot of productive stuff today.
We did.
Hmm.
I'm halfway through a poem, but I don't know how it's gone. I'm still working on it.
Do you want to read it to me?
She said it felt so unfair and claimed it was a needed cleanse. She thought his love wouldn't wear, then learned of his other friends. And then I'm getting there with the second part.
Hmm. I mean, it does sound really good so far. Hello?
Yeah.
Why is the
Kind of
flowers
like
down there?
her pain outweighed something like her common sense or her royal, not royal, I don't want to use the word royal because I don't want to acknowledge that it's royal.
Yeah.
Her almost her life plan. Her pain outweighed her life plan.
You could say her high ladyship. Because high ladyship could mean like a high noble or just somebody of nobility in general.
Trying to keep syllables similar because that's a difficult thing with that poem. Is you kind of want to keep it similar, like it's kind of going in a 7-8-7-8 kind of syllable thing. And this is a 7-syllable sentence. So, pain outweighed. I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Actually, I had an idea for the cover of my book that I'm writing. You wanna hear?
Yep. Yes, definitely.
So I had the idea that we should end stream after I tell this idea. But I had the idea that the book cover could have like 2 sets of bars. Like there's a cage and then there's bars in front of the cage as well. And then on the second book, there's just the cage without the bars in front.
That's
so
cool.
she's gotten rid of one cage and she's still got to get out of the second cage.
That's cool.
And then if I do a side stories booklet for this particular couple, I could have no cage at all.
That's cool. I like that.
I also like that. I think it's a really interesting thing to do. I just haven't done much with it. I also think it would be a really good idea to incorporate the types of flowers that I've got in here into the thing. What was it? Asheva. Yeah, Asheva bloodline is represented by the gladiolus flower. I thought it would be a good idea to have the gladiolus flower in one of the book covers, probably the first one, knowing me. And then in the second one, there would be the flower that represents the royal family. I just haven't picked out a flower for the royal family yet.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a good idea because it would add another layer of symbolism. Like the cages to represent the challenges that she needs to overcome, which is the challenge with Riza, and then there would be the challenge with her family in the second book.
Yeah.
And then the flowers would represent her, like, living situations, I guess.
Yeah. Don't say too much because you are still streaming.
Yeah, I know. But, like, nobody's gonna realize what I'm freaking talking about at this point because they haven't actually heard very much about the actual book.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just speaking about the... Hi. Hello, darling. Yeah. I'm just speaking about the book covers. Yes, it is a planned duology. That's literally the only spoiler. Only spoiler is that I plan it for it to be a duology. Because there's literally no doubt that she's got family issues in the first book. Probably gonna continue in the second book, why not? Anyways. Alright, we might end stream here. Because we've completed our tasks for today. I might just really quickly... Right. What was it? We're gonna ignore the spelling on that, okay. Well, then... More about royal tragedy. Yeah. I'm gonna tick that one off. Okay. Currently, we just have 3 tasks on our task list. We've completed, like, 5 tasks, though. 8 tasks. We've completed 5 out of 8 tasks. Okay. Anyways. Thank you for tuning in. We really enjoyed your company. Even though sometimes we don't even realize you're there. Because I don't keep an eye on how many viewers are watching at the moment. Because I don't know how to check that unless I go into the actual video. Haha. Yeah. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We would love to see you next time. I'm not sure whether or not our next stream would be on Monday or Tuesday, but it'll be one of those days, probably, unless we've got other things on. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.